I watched the entire 13th Ghost of Scooby-Doo series before watching this movie. Oh god, I have a lot to talk about with this one. I'm in Salad and I saw Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the 13th Ghost. It is directed by Cecilia Hamilton, written by Tim Sheridan. If you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This movie starts with a flashback with Vincent Van Ghoul and his partner capturing all 13 ghosts. Also, they just stopped talking to each other after the last episode of the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo series, episode 13. There's a report of one more ghost. I like how they just completely forget about Vincent Van Ghoul until they're forced to sell a bunch of things because they got into a big old scandal. One of the things was the glass orb that he would use to talk on these guys. I guess it's a crystal ball technically. He makes a call. He's like, one more ghost, we gotta hunt you guys. We got to get the gang back together. What I like about this movie is when we have Fred and Velma are so confused as to what's happening, and we got Shaggy and Scooby are terrified, but from what I've seen, it wasn't the most terrifying thing in the world. Velma's like, oh, but there aren't any ghosts. I don't believe this for a fact. You guys went on a mission without us? And Fred's like, man, I feel sad and lost and I have no purpose. The whole plan to capture the 13th ghost is really convoluted. At some point, Velma suspends her disbelief. Okay, let me function underneath the rules. A ghost can't open the chest. So why is this ghost trying to open the chest? Oh, it must be a human. So let's unmask this human. Oh, it turns out to be Vincent Van Ghoul's old partner wanting the chest. Guess so we're selling it for auction, this chest? Okay, alright. Those are all the plot details you need to know about this 90-minute film. The middle parts are just kind of whatever, I guess. I mean, you got the typical Scooby-Doo running. You got those scenes. Oh, he's being chased by a ghost. Woo-hoo-hoo. But honestly, when it comes to Fred's character development, I don't really particularly enjoy it. This movie takes him, who's just kind of like a guy who wears an ascot. If anything, I picture him as just a guy who likes playing football and whatnot. But he's just fashionable. He is wearing a cool ascot. This one makes him do cheerleading. He did cheerleading and a lot of other feminine activities. I'm like, oh no. And we have Fred, he's having a existential crisis because he doesn't know his position on the team, but he is the leader. Stay strong, man. Come on, man. You gotta keep doing it. You gotta keep being strong. I waited 13 whole weeks, 14 actually, 14 whole weeks to watch this movie. I stopped because I had got here and I was like, oh, there's an entire series leading up to this. I gotta stop and watch that. And the series was fun. The adult Flim Flam is cool, but the series Flim Flam is even cooler. I watched the series and then I watched this reunion and I'm quite disappointed. What is Flim Flam doing with his life? There's not enough detail in what he's doing. He still has the same personality, but it's very subdued now, and I just want to know more about him. This movie does not do him justice. I do like the joke where Flim Flam's asking, where is Scrappy-Doo? No one just cares to answer. No one's gonna answer where Scrappy-Doo's at? Why do people hate Scrappy-Doo so much? I like Scrappy-Doo. Look, if that's an unpopular opinion, then I'll have that unpopular opinion. I like Scrappy-Doo. He's the brave dog in a small body. That's the joke with the Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo. Scrappy-Doo is brave, but he's really tiny, and Scooby-Doo is huge, but he's very scared. That literal contrast between metaphorically small, aka being scared, and being a small body to represent that, no, it's opposite, and I love it. The physical characteristics is opposite to their personality. That's why I like Scrappy-Doo and Scooby-Doo so much. Stop with the Scrappy-Doo hate. Come on, man. I need more Scrappy-Doo. Let me know if you want to see more Scrappy-Doo. Am I alone in this? Things end off on a nice note. There's definitely more attempted character development. I gotta say, Daphne looks pretty hot. She wears a pretty hot leathery outfit. She looks pretty good in it. The animation's smooth. It's computer animations, 2018-2019 era. It's pretty polished. It's pretty smooth. I do like the scenes that are more reflective on the emotional state, is more heavily colored, very monochrome, or maybe you got split complementary, but there's not a ton of variation in the shades or the hues or anything. And if it is, it's always in that monochrome palette, which I like. Within that one color, then you got 3 different colors that have their own individual like hue to shade palette. Do you know what I mean by that? This felt like I was watching another modern Scooby-Doo movie. Nothing too remarkable about this one, except for Flim Flam, and how Velma at the very end of this movie goes, "Oh, you guys had a shared hallucination experience because you guys were in the Himalayas." They were only in the Himalayas for the first episode, Velma. They left the Himalayas as soon as the series started. They go to the cruise. They go everywhere. Velma is just coping here. She can't explain them away. She can't explain these ghosts away. So she's gonna go with something clean and simple, and I just find it kind of annoying as an ending. I wish there was some trauma to Velma's character, but of course, I understand you gotta keep the core of who they are to people. You can't just suddenly have Velma believe in ghosts, or she'll be a crazy woman who's not taking care of her hair or whatever. It's a decent movie. It's a Scooby-Doo movie. There are better ones, but if you wish to complete the series, the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo series, watch this movie. If you wish to complete all of Scooby-Doo, watch this movie. But other than that, if it's on, go for it, watch it, who cares? Character development's alright. It's alright. I gotta give this one. It's a 6.2 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another on the platform who likes that. If I haven't reviewed it on the channel, there's a chance I haven't even seen it at all. Hit up those Patreon requests to patreon.com/ASEPresents. $20 dinos for one movie review per 1 month. The ultimate goal of this channel is to become an expert reviewer, so 5,000 reviews, preferably daily. So if you'd like to help support the daily grindiness, go to thisautisticboobs.com, and I'll see you later, my salad croutons and bacon bits. Jinkies. Are there any ghosts here?